What is deter? How do we do it? And why do we need to do it? And I'm not talking about detour, like when you're on the road and you have to take a detour.
Didn't you spell one of our last episodes that way then?
I definitely did.
Okay.
That's my bad.
Just making sure.
Yeah. Whoops. So I learned the hard way. It's not detour. It's deter. Yeah. Had a moment there of oopsie daisy.
He works a lot of hours, folks.
Too many. But that's all right. But to deter, what does deter mean?
Essentially, make yourself a hard target. Make the adversary, whatever type of adversary that is, make them choose someone else. It's human nature. We're going to take the path of least resistance. That's what we do as humans.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So make yourself appear as a hard target. How do you do that? Have a barking dog. The truth is you don't need a big K9 German Shepherd police dog to keep someone from breaking into your house. They are pretty cool, especially if they're trained. The truth is, if you love a nice small Yorkie and it just runs around the house yipping at your significant other all the time,
ankle biters,
right, then that too can be a deterrent. And so if I approach this house, this dog's going to start barking. Even if the person's not home, it might start alerting neighbors. They don't want to deal with that. They'll just go down the house that doesn't have a dog, right?
And I'm just saying, if you've watched John Wick, you don't mess with a man's dog, okay? I'm just saying.
That's very true. So that's just one form, right? Another is some nice landscaping. Makes your house look nice. Maybe ups your home's value a little bit.
Definitely.
However, it takes away hiding places for the bad guys or the adversary. They can't sneak up to your house without neighbors seeing them or
very, very sneaky, sir.
People from the street seeing them or you seeing them from inside your house. Clear lines of sight out to the road or the back of your property. That usually helps. That's a deterrent. It's going to bleed over into detection.
Yep, for sure.
We're going to talk about why that is. It is a great deterrent for the person kind of casing the joint, casing your place.
A sign on your front porch that says Company X that's covering your house, whatever it may be.
All of us know that you can buy a sign and stick it in your yard and you don't have to have a security system. The bad guy knows that too. What you've done, you've made him question, well, do they or don't they have a security system? And should I even chance it? Do I have the time to find out? How do I find out? Right? And so you've created doubt in the mind of the adversary, and that works to your advantage. And that's what deterrence is about, creating that doubt.
Our website will be live here pretty soon. You can check it out. TRDeadeye.com. We're excited about that. What about like a gate on your driveway?
Gate falls into all three categories.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
We're talking about deterrence right now, and it is not mutually exclusive from detection and denial. Oftentimes, things fall within every category. A gate absolutely will deter someone from trying to come in and break into your house because you have a long driveway, and in order to get to your house, they're going to have to park somewhere else. They're going to have to go a long way on foot to get to your house, and then they got to get out in the event that they get caught, and they got to get a long way on foot to get out. They can't just drive up and get away in a car. So that's a deterrent. It also helps you detect people if for some reason your gate's open when it shouldn't have been, or you know you closed it, or if you have an alarm on that gate that goes off if it gets open. Now you're detecting people opening your gate when they shouldn't be. And then lastly, that gate across the driveway denies people entry, so it falls into denial.
So make sure you watch our detection video as well.
Remember, security is about layers. We talked about the Swiss cheese model.
So we made a video about the Swiss cheese model of defense. You can check that out. There's a card up there in the corner. Wait till the end of the video to check on that for us, will you?
If you can find things that meet all three of those categories, like a gate we just talked about, well, that's a great resource to employ as a security measure in your home.
We have to understand we live in a world where we have enemies. So you need to be vigilant and put these deterrents in place to be able to stop your adversary from taking the things that you've worked so hard to get. Because you have deterrents in place, you can stop them.
Just make yourself a hard target. Don't take things for granted. Anybody on any given day can have a real bad day. And that goes on both sides of the fence. I'm not going to be complacent.
That's a bad word. Someone who's complacent is not going to take the time to put those deterrents in place.
So let me close this off. October 28th. This guy is going to be running a class. He's going to be teaching a lot of stuff that he implements in his daily life and a lot of things that he's learned over the years doing some competition shooting and stuff. I'm going to be there. I think by now you would know if you're in the local area and if you want to do some shooting, reach out. If we don't learn anything, we're going to go have a good range day. And I highly doubt you could ever be around Tim and not learn something.
Go to TRDeadeye.com. You can purchase your tickets there. Folks, hurry up. There's only 13 left. And all the information will be on the website if you need more details.